No, nobody's back, Eminem. Just get to the video already. Well guys, it's Kieran, not Killer HD here, and welcome back to Around the World. This is the start of Season 3 with FC Twente, and today we face off against Ajax in the Super Cup final at the Amsterdam ArenA. Now we have the friendlies to speak about, we have some transfers to speak about. Let's get speak about the transfers. First out, Joel Drommel leaves for Willem 2 for £84,000. He was not getting game time. He did one game for us in the last season and 5 in the first season we got here. He's not been playing for us, so I let him go. Hakim Ziyech leaves, 25 years old. He goes to ADO Den Haag for £1.4 million. He didn't play many games last season. He was more of a backup last season compared to the season I got here. He was playing a lot of games with 12 assists and 4 goals in the season. But I think it was just better to let him go, let him get the game time he deserved, so I let him go. Semir Govojja, the Bosnian, leaves for SC Kambua for £525,000. He didn't play many games for last season, even though he asked us for more game time, so I decided it was better to let him go. He does have a fantastic report. His potential was fantastic when he left the club, but it was just a case of him getting game time, starting to develop his career a bit better. Ben Pearson. Now, I didn't want to let this guy go, but he had a clause in his contract where he would leave for £6 million if someone offered, and Swansea came in and offered £6 million for Ben Pearson, and I couldn't turn it down, and he was gone within 5 days. So Ben Pearson's gone. He had a fantastic season last season for us. He was very good in the midfield for us. His stats don't really say that, but he was quite good for us, so it's a shame he has to go. But I guess it's just a case of a minimum fee release clause. And speaking of minimum fee release clauses, Paddy McNair, he had a release clause in his contract, which I couldn't take out. That it was locked down by the agent, saying that if a Champions League club came in for him, he could go for this amount of money. And Newcastle, who are a Champions League club in this save, came in for him and paid the £2.7 million fee for Paddy McNair, and he is now gone. Obviously, he was on loan with us for the first season, then he joined us for free. And I think, in terms of Ben Pearson and Paddy McNair, we've made profit on both of them because we got them for free, and they've had fantastic performances for us when they were here. So I think, in a way, it's profit. We say goodbye to Cuco Martina, who's now available on a free transfer. I released him after he wasn't getting game time here, so that's another one gone. Of course, we said goodbye to Simon Fern in the last episode. He's now gone. He left on £220,000. He's gone to Bologna in the Serie A. And of course, our best player has left on a free transfer. Shakhtar have signed Jesus Corona on a free transfer from us. And yeah, it's such a shame because he's been so good. The fans aren't happy that he's gone over, but he literally wanted to go and I could do nothing about it. Yunus Mokhtar has also left the club. He's gone to Ajax Ilatano, I believe in the Chilean division. Yeah, he's gone to the Chilean division, Ajax Ilatano. He's gone there for £425,000. He was good for us in the first season, but I guess this season he's just not going to get the game, so I let him go. Another player that has left, Angela Henriquez. Yes, he has finally left the club. He left and he's gone to Besiktas for £2.8 million after we got him for free in the first year I believe we were here, or the second year we were here, I can't remember. He left after 7 goals, 4 assists and 2 player match of the awards last season. He was good, but £2.8 million, I couldn't turn it down after we were trying to get rid of him loads and loads and loads of before. Luke Castellanos is gone as well. He has left for £350k to FC Utrecht in the same league as us. Obviously, we brought him back after he was released by the former manager. We brought him back. 7 goals for us in the first season, very good. 4 appearances in the next season. He didn't play very well, so I let him go on loan to Roda GC where he didn't play well. And I thought it best to cash in on him, and now he's gone. And I think it's a great sell, really, considering we brought him back on a free after the previous manager let him go. Pete Bijen, now you won't know this guy. He hasn't played for us much since we've been here. He left to go to FC Utrecht in the same league as us for £61,000. He didn't play for us. He wasn't that great, so I let him go. I mean, he didn't have that much high potential. He wasn't very good, so I let him go. And the final transfer out, we've had a lot of outs, by the way. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell, we've had a lot of outs. Merlin Schutte has gone to AZ Alkmaar. He's gone for 325k, sorry. He was out on loan for the 2 seasons we were here. He didn't get games, so I let him go. Free loans to speak about. Craig Crespo has gone out on loan to Ostende, I believe in the Belgian league. He's gone out for a loan for the season with a 100k fee going in as well, which is quite nice. I'm liking the fact that he's gone out. They're going to pay us a monthly fee. I'm liking the fact that he's gone out. He's got a fantastic report, and I'm looking forward to seeing how he develops in the Belgian league. Enrique Sandoval has gone out on loan as well to KV Mechelen in the Belgian league once again. He's gone out for the season. He's got a fantastic report. He wasn't going to get games here for this season, and if we can call him back, I'd love to, but I don't think we can. We can? Okay, right, good. So maybe call him back in the January transfer window if we can get him. And finally, Adam Allen. He's leaving on a season on loan to De Graafschap in the Eredivisie. He's gone out on loan. He only got one game for us after joining from the Braddington Academics. So he's left for the season. I think it's good for him to go out and get games. He's got a fantastic report, and while Caleb Smith and Ruben Leon are our first choice right backs, he's not going to get games. And now, the ins. Let's start talking about the ins then. Mesquita, of course, we signed him from FC Porto for £600,000. He didn't get games to Porto, but his report kind of said to me, right, we need to sign him. He's our second choice striker behind another striker who we've brought in, so let's go speak about that striker. Adam Pulido, yep, he is a 27-year-old striker who has 12 goals and 31 appearances for Mexico in the internationals. Last season, he was the top scorer for the league. He had 24 goals and 33 appearances, so, I mean, it was kind of a yes, we need to sign this guy right away kind of thing. We signed him for £5 million. Like, PSV have made a loss on him somehow, and I'm really happy to bring him in. His report says he is a fantastic striker for this club. In terms of stats, he has some lovely technical stats. His physicals are great as well, and his mentals are very, very nice for a striker. I believe he can be the big striker here in this club. Future transfer here, Gokem Gokula. He's a regen that we signed from NEC for £1.2 million. Now his report is absolutely gorgeous, and he needed to bring him in straight away. His stats are nice at the moment. I was just looking forward to developing him a bit more. Of course, we brought in Serge Gnabry from Arsenal on a free transfer because he was replacing Jesus Corona. He's actually really good. They'd rather play him as centre attacking mid, but I'd rather play him on the right and develop him more as a right. So he'll be playing on the right midfield for us. He's got some great stats. His pace is really showing, and his acceleration is very nice as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing him develop, so maybe he can become the new Jesus Corona. Tony Van Helner, he joins us on from Feyenoord for £5 million. He had a decent couple of seasons there, not very good in terms of average rating, but he's got time to develop. And while he's here, I believe he can be a fantastic player for us. I'd rather play him in the centre midfield spot. And with a new signing coming in for there, maybe he can be our second choice, maybe third choice centre midfielder. And speaking of that other centre midfielder, Yassim Ayoub joins us from Vitesse for £3.4 million. Now, this guy is absolutely unreal. Look at the stats on him. He is so good. Oh my word. His report says he's a 4-star accountability player for the midfield spot, and he is absolutely phenomenal. For £3.4 million, what a signing. Two more signings to speak about. Axel Werner is a goalkeeper we have brought in. He joins us from Athletic Rafaela in, I believe, the Argentinian division? Yeah, the Argentinian Premier League. He joins us £3.6 million. He's got a decent accountability. He's going to be our backup for this season behind Sam Johnston. His potential is very nice, and with Dominic still playing as the third choice keeper, I think we needed a second choice who could probably do a better job than him as a developing backup. One more transfer, this is the last one. Edwin Nieto is a Colombian centre-back we have brought in for, I can't remember what it was £6 million. Big fee for the lad, but let me tell you, definitely worth it. He is one of those players that could be an Omar Sanchez-esque player. He is going to be top dollar for us. His stats are lovely. If he could become world class and then we try to sell him on, that would be great. But I think he is a top dollar signing. And that's it. That's the transfer window so far. We've still got a little bit of time left, but I'm going to probably try and bring in one more player. And maybe potentially sell a couple players, because I know Omar Sanchez still wants out and Juventus are in for him, so it's going to be hard to keep him. That's it for the signings and the ins and the outs. In terms of free transfer, Glody Watto has finally gone. He played like one game for us last season or the season before, and he's not been very good. So we let him go. He's gone out on a free transfer. That's probably the only notable one, unless Yannick Landwehr is one to note about. But that's it really. Let's speak about the friendlies. We only had time for 4 friendlies this year because of obviously the Super Cup, and we actually beat Real Madrid in the first game. We won't look at the stats or anything because I don't see the point in it because it's friendlies, but we beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu 4-1. Now Real Madrid obviously weren't playing the best side. We had Sergio Gnabry, Nieto and Pulido getting our goals, with Thomas Alderweireld getting their goal. In terms of this game, it wasn't as good. The game, I guess the score really flatters us because Real Madrid were the better side in this game, I will say it right now. And then we played our second string side, Young FC Twente. We won with 3-0. Stephen Thomas, Mesquita and Nieto with the goals. And then we won 8-0 against RC Mechelen, the Belgian, I think they're the second league Belgian side or the third league. Can't remember okay, they're in the Belgian third division. Okay, we beat them 8-0. Atundi, Pulido with a hat-trick, Tapia with a hat-trick and Sinot with the goals. It was kind of like a fitness game in between the Jong FC Twente and the Atletico Madrid game that we lost 4-0. Carlos Vela with a hat-trick and Correa with a goal. we got dicked in this game, really. And in terms of other transfers, obviously we have Lee Jun-hun joining in January. The striker joins us. He's got decent stats. He's been doing quite well for the Gangwon side this season, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he performs with us. And Omar Sanchez has been getting offers left, right and centre from clubs like Sao Paulo, Benfica, Juventus, Barcelona and Manchester United went for him. Of course, he is the potential to be a world-class defender. He's, and I don't want to let him go. He said he would stay with us if we got Champions League, which we didn't. We got Europa League. And though he has some slight concern on his side because he wants to move to a bigger club, I think we can maybe get him to stay just for January. But the thing is, with him staying until January, clubs can sign him on a free transfer because he doesn't want to sign a contract. So I've offered Juventus him $5 million on the spot. He can loan him back to us for a season, which would be fantastic. $1 million after 10 international appearances, which he's getting anyway, and 18 months worth of 500k. I mean, I'd like it if he did stay. That'd be fantastic just for another season. That'd be fantastic for us because he is one of our best centre-backs, if not the best centre-back in the club. So it'd be great if he could stay. Only other thing we can really speak about after the expansion of the stadium is that Manchester United have no longer wanted to be a link with us because we are quite a big club now, apparently. So we no longer have the link of Manchester United as a senior affiliate, so therefore we cannot loan in Manchester United players, which sucks, but it just happens at the end of the day. And that's it, really. That's it. In terms of Europa League and all that, we're in the group stage straight away, so we don't have to play no playoffs, which is quite good. Obviously, you see our key player Sanchez, our captain is Bedland, our vice captain isn't showing up, even though it's Tapia. So let's get into this Ajax game then and see if we can pick up our second piece of silverware as the FC Twente manager. So here we go then. It's a sold out Amsterdam ArenA. It's a big game for us because we're playing against the winners of the league, really. We're going to do a quick pick, see who they pick. Sanchez is going to be playing inside with Bedland, who also wants out. Sopre and Tapia, Shadrach, Ayob, Mosquito in the... Oh, I don't know about Mosquito playing on that right midfield spot. We've got Gnabry. Is Gnabry injured then, or is he just... Oh, Gnabry's knackered. Okay, why are you playing for the reserves? Did I put him in the reserves? Oh dear, Kieran. Oh well, Mosquito has to play there now, don't he, really? Unless Stephen Thomas can play better than him there. We'll play Stephen Thomas over Mosquito. Mosquito could be a starting striker on the bench. In terms of the team here, I'm quite happy with it. So, actually, do you know what? I think I'm really happy with that team, actually. Apart from Matunde, we need to play Matunde over Hadji for now. I'm actually pretty happy with that team. So we're going to start with Sam Johnston in goal, with Caleb Smith as the right back, Sanchez and Bedland as the centre back, with Soprien still doing that left back spot. We've got Tapia as the ball winning midfielder, Ayob and Shadrach as our midfielders. We've got Juan Ramirez as our left midfielder and Stephen Thomas as our right, and Alan Pulido starting up front. In terms of the bench, we have Axel Werner, Edwin Nieto, Diego Vasquez, Patrick Atundi, Tony Velhena, Daniel Sinot and Mosquito, with Gnabry and Ligion still recovering from, I'm guessing, knocks. Ligion is out for 2 months, so Caleb Smith will be getting the game time. Natuli will be starting with us. The South African player who won a game time before. We let him out on loan to Swally. He had a fantastic little season for him, and I really want him to stay this year. I think he can do the job. And that's it then. So let's go into this game then and see if we can pick up a win against Ajax. We have the Ajax side for you right here then. They have Djordjevic and Zikovic up front, the two big strikers, with Nori on the left midfield and Klaassen on the right midfield. They got Bazua and De Van de Beek playing as the DMs, with Vergeva, Kahneman, Kulimanga and Gilberto as the defenders, with Silas in goal. They're playing quite defensive, aren't they? We need to be careful of Zikovic because I was scouting him and I know he's quite good. On the bench they've got Anuna, Svirchavenko, Kishna, Bebe, Anderson, Shushi and Rosnak. Let's have a look at Bebe. Is that the Bebe from Manchester United? It is the Bebe from Manchester United. He's been here. They bought him for £5 million from Benfica. That's mad. He doesn't even play in. I might scout him and see if we can bring in Bebe for a right midfield spot. That won't be too bad, would it? Other players, Zikovic then. Let's have a look at him. I know he's good because obviously he is the world-class potential striker. He wants to leave Ajax, but he's getting started, so I mean, that must mean something, right? That's it then, let's go and get into this game then and see if we can lift the Super Cup. We kick off this game at the Amsterdam ArenA for the Super Cup. Can we lift the Super Cup for the first time since we've been at FC Twente? Let's find out. Donny van der Beek here. What's going on? What's going on? It's 1 minute in and they're going to get a yellow card. Okay, usually when this happens, a free kick gets whipped in and we score a goal. So Van der Beek's got a yellow card. Ayoub is going to whip in the free kick. Thomas is going to go right out back out to Ayoub, who puts it to Tapia. Tapia runs past his man, Tapia with the shot and it goes wide. Soprian with the throw into Juan Ramirez. He's getting a start for the first time in a little while since Mitchell has gone. Ramirez on the left hand side puts it to Pulido. Gets past his man. Pulido's on the ball. He puts it to Stephen Thomas. Oh, Thomas with the good chance there. And now we've got a free kick on the edge. Is that another booking for Ajax within 9 minutes? We got a throw in here. Caleb Smith puts it to Thomas. He gets tackled by Vergeva. Thomas puts it to Caleb Smith though. Shadrach puts it into Ramirez. Oh, deflection there. Shadrach puts it back to Smith. Tapia is going to shove a shot. He's not going to put it to Ramirez. Manga clears it. Now Shadrach is going to gather the ball on the D of the centre circle. Ayob to Shadrach. Puts it to Thomas. Polido with a shot. Citizen with the save. He goes out for a corner. Ramirez is going to whip in the corner. Bazor heads it clear, and Ayob is going to gather it, and I'm guessing that's going to be it, unless we get a goal, which we're not going to get. Tapia, Shadrach puts it to Thomas, Kahneman clears it, and that's going to be it. Djordjevic to Nori. Nori on the ball. He has a shot. Sam Johnson with a fantastic save. Ajax had the first corner of the game. It's going to be whipped in by Nori here. He whips it in, and it's going to be as far as Sanchez, who heads it around. Now Belgian clears it. Halido is going to try and get it, and that's nothing. Van der Beek with a free kick. Sanchez with a great deflection. Klassen. And that's a great defender there. Polido, you got to your right, mate. Now, well done. You got Thomas on your right. Now try and work it. Thomas on the ball. Is he going to whip it in the mixer? Thomas gets tackled by Vergeva. We're doing really well here. Throw-in's going to be whipped in by Caleb Smith. He puts it to Thomas. Vergeva heads it. Smith to Shadrach. He puts it out wide to Tapia. Tapia with the shot, and it goes to deflection. Soprian is on the ball now. Puts it to Ramirez. Back to Tapia. Puts it back to Ramirez. Van der Beek tries to get the tackle in. It goes out, and Djordjevic is on the ball. He's going to break here for Ajax. Zivkovic. Oh, fantastic. Do you know what? Ayob has been so good in pre-season. I'm so happy we managed to get him. He's such a fantastic player, this Ayob. I'm so happy we brought him in. We have a throw in here. Smith to Thomas. Thomas is on the ball in the box. Gets tackled by Gilberto. Smith to Shadrach on the edge. Soprian to Ramirez! 1-0! Come on! Juan Ramirez makes it 1-0 to the FC Twente. With a lovely piece of goal. Lovely piece of goal? Lovely piece of working goal. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Let's watch the 3D highlight. So Caleb Smith puts it on the ball to Shadrach, who puts it to Soprian, passes it on to Ramirez, who, first time shot. That is a lovely, lovely goal. Keeper has got no chance. 1-0 FC Twente. Half time then, and it's 1-0 to FC Twente. We are playing fantastically. I will say that. The average ratings for half time don't say we're doing quite well, apart from Juan Ramirez is having a really good game. But I tell you what, this game has been fantastic for us. We're going to go calmly and say, I'm happy with performances, keep it up. We're going to get some greens in there. Tapia and Shadrach may have to come off at some point in this game. And if you look at the stats really quickly for the match stats, we are doing really well at the Ajax Stadium with 11 shots, 3 on target. We're dominating the possession. Can we pick up the win? Klassen on the board for Ajax now. Ajax have a chance. Klassen to Kishner on the right-hand side. Ricardo Kishner's going to try and run past his man. Puts it to Nori, who has a shot, and it goes very, very wide. We're going to make our first change of the game. It's 60th minute. We're going to bring off Tapia and bring on Atundi. And bring Ayob back for the defensive midfielder role. Maybe another change if in need as well, as we're going to bring on Valhena for Shadrach. Now that's going to be 2 changes done straight away, and our final change probably will hand Ramirez off for maybe Mosquita or Sinot. Let's go get back into this game then, see if we can hold on to this win. As we go into counter, by the way, I forget to mention, we are now on counter, so we need to kind of see out this win now. Sam Johnson with the goal kick, gets it to Polido, who gets it to Valhena. Stephen Thomas gets tackled by Vergeva. Now Ajax can break here. Klassen puts us to Albert Rosnak on the left-hand side. Valhena tries to get the tackle in. Come on, Valhena. Come on, Valhena. Well done, Valhena. Fantastic piece of work by Valhena there. Atundi. Patrick Atundi to Valhena, who puts it to Thomas. Bad pass, really, but Thomas gets it. Amanga kind of gets kicked rid of it. Bejland gets it to Ayob. Valhena again puts it on the Polido. Oh my god, Polido had it on a platter. That was a fantastic chance to make it 2-0 and finish the game off against Ajax. Now Ramirez is going to put it in. Juan Ramirez to Bejland. Oh, could have been a second goal there. Polido tries to put it to Ramirez. It goes out for a goal kick. Our final change of the game here is going to be Daniel Sinot is going to come onto that left hand side for Juan Ramirez. He had a fantastic game for us. Can we see out this victory in the final 10 minutes of this game? 88 minutes in here. We're very, very close to the Super Cup win. Smith on the ball to Valhena. Klassen is now on the ball for Ajax. He puts it to Nuri. Djordjevic. Oh, word. Ajax, please don't do this to me now. Ziyech. I mean Zivkovic. Klassen to Nuri. Kahneman. I miss Ziyech. If I'm saying his name, I must miss him. Vergeva to Rosnak. Ball's going to be up there. Fantastic piece of defending there. They've got a corner. 3 minutes of added time. Oh, here. Nuri whips it in. Thomas clears it. Can we break here? Polido, get there, my son. Polido, go on. Go on, Polido. Yes, Polido. Well done. Well done. Come on, mate. Yes. Oh, it's got to be his last man. He's last man. He's got to be a red card. I mean, on the replay, that's probably not going to be a last man. That's got to be a red card, really. Get away from him, Mr. Oh, it's a yellow card. Okay, right. I'll deal with it. We've got 3 minutes to spare. Ayob is going to whip in the free kick for FC Twente. He whips it in, and it's going to go to Kahneman, who clears it. Atundi is now going to hold this ball. He puts it to Valhena. Sinot. She clears it. Gathers it even. Zivkovic gets tackled by Atundi. Ayob to Valhena. Sinot. Are we going to get a 3 minute highlight? Because I really don't want one. Sanchez to Valhena. To Smith. Can we just hold the ball now, please? Ayob gets tackled by Klassen, who gets it to Djordjevic. Don't you do it, Ajax. Zivkovic puts it on the ball to Rosnak. Smith. Oh, Smith! No, Smith! Oh my god, Kato Smith nearly dropped us deep in the dog shit there. Oh my word. Kahneman to Nuri. Oh, he has a shot that goes over. I think we might win this game. We've got 30 seconds left. Sam Johnson's going to kick the goal kick. Stephen Thomas is going to head this. He puts it to Kahneman. Vakeva tries to get it to Zivkovic, but Bejlan is there. Velhena to Ayob. Ayob to Thomas. We're doing really well here. I think we've got this. We've got 6 seconds. We've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is going to be it. Super Cup champions. What a fantastic win as our first win of the season. I mean, at the end of the day, it might not mean anything. It could be like the Community Shield-esque of the Dutch League. But at the end of the day, we're against the champions, the team we are struggling to beat every single season. And we beat them. What can I say? What a fantastic performance by the lads. In terms of stats here, we are very, very even. 14 shots each, with Ajax having 1 more shot on target. Possession on the dime, 50-50. What a game this was, though. There it is then. Our name is on FC Twente's lips. We're in the Super Cup, and it's the first time anybody's won it since 2004 when PSV won it. We're the first team to win it against Ajax in a very long time. Plano made his debut for this game. HD's lip, her name is on FC Twente's lip. What a fantastic performance. Brendan Rodgers is there looking at Davy Klaassen. Who were you? Brendan Rodgers is the manager of Dortmund. Okay, let me just go and pass out for a second. Be right back. Right, I'm back from passing out. Brendan Rodgers is the manager of Dortmund. Right, I'm back in a second. I need to pass out again. Alright, I'm back again. I'm joking. I'm not going to do it again. That's a boring shit joke. I don't even know what I'm saying. So that's going to be it for this episode then. And in the next episode, we may have a signing or two to speak about. We may have a departure to speak about. But the next episode is going to be against Hercules in the... No, it's not. No, it's not, Kieran. It's going to be the PSV away game. It's a big game for us. We're away in the Philips Stadion. It's a big game, and it's a very big game to start off our Eredivisie season. Even though we've got all these games here, it's going to be our first live com of the last season with FC Twente. Now, can we pick up a win against PSV? Find out next episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Around the World. If you did, leave a like and comment and subscribe. And I will see you all very soon for another episode of Around the World.